Resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D-linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense down, saying, thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw, it's Wentz. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Past the 20. And It's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Play action. Now Wentz. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Throwing is Wentz. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On play action, Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Wentz now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. That's caught by Hollister. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 24. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and through. And the route is on here in this first half. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd down now, Richard. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. On 1st down, Goff. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 3rd and long. It's gone. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
So here are the Rams to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there at a 1st down for L.A.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Goff now to throw. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down, here's Fournette. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Check. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now this throw caught left side. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. This is Freeman. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little...
And my goodness, another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. You got one.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there. Right? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going. Rams.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run with Henderson, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. On 4th down, Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now, Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Los Angeles, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.